Yo, what is up YouTube? I'm Royal and today we're watching the rank 1 jungler in the world. Of course, he's playing in the Chinese server. He's rank 3 in legendary queue, but he's the highest ranked jungler. He's rank 9 in normal ranked challenger. So this guy is maintaining challenger, legend at the same time. He's rank 3 and 9 respectively. He's starting blue buff. He's playing Yone jungle. He's the second best Yone in the world. Second best Shyvana. Oh, very nice to AoE both camps there. As second best Shyvana, and he's a top Riven player as well. He's going to go blue, Grump, and path towards bot lane. So his lanes pre-level 5 before they get their ultimates are quite weak. Malphite and Camille can't really do much before their ultimates. Camille just loses the Renekton matchup, right? Malphite needs to wait for his ultimate before he can become a champion. He can't really gank bot lane either because they have Ezreal Braum. Ezreal Braum, of course, Ezreal can just blink away, Braum can just dash to him, he has his shield to avoid damage and burst. So really hard to gank bot lane. He's probably gonna focus top side this game. Go for the Camille and the Malphite. Gank their lanes. So he's just gonna do a full clear. Also, he AoEs with his first ability both the red buff and the Raptor. Then he pulls the Raptor, uses his second ability and first ability again to AoE both camps. This is a fantastic clear. And this is what you want to be doing as a jungler. You want to find the most efficient clears on the champions that you play. This is also why I recommend one tricking or playing 2 to 3 champions only, because you can just maximize your efficiency with those champions. He's about to get a sub 2-minute clear with the Yone jungle. It's perfectly played, perfectly jungled. And this is what you expect from the top players in China, and this is what you want to try to emulate and copy in your games. So he's gonna go for Skull Crab as well. The enemy jungler is solo kill from the Malphite before level 5. Well played. Very well played from the Malphite. So the enemy jungler is Jax. While Jax jungle is not great anymore because of his clear being quite slow. We see mid lane now. So he's gonna go and invade and get the Grump. So yeah, while Jax jungle is not very strong, he's actually spotted from pink ward. So he's kiting the Grump away and takes it and leaves. See how he kites the Grump away? If he was sitting in the Grump's spawning position, hitting it, Jax would have probably killed him there. So the great thing about Jax, however, is that he's a complete counter to Yone. Of course, Jax can dodge Yone's first ability, dodge the knock-up. So Jax is a great champion against Yone, however, he's not a very good jungler. Perfect jungling so far. He was able to get 6 camps, get Skull Crab, and invade and get 7th camp, plus the Skull Crab. Bases gets the components to his first item. Now he's gonna go again topside, clear Grump, clear blue buff. And he could start looking for ganks in the Malphite and Camille lanes. So Renekton is very tanky with his ultimate and does a lot of damage. So this isn't as free of a gank as it seems. Let's see how they play this. Renekton actually dashes in, but Jax is gonna be there. This could be a really bad fight for them. Camille actually goes back in, but misses her stun. And that's a dead Yone. He tried to help the Camille and dies for it. Malphite is actually roaming up. Let's see if he can do anything. Jace is following. He goes for a blind ultimate. Jax flashes it. And they're gonna be able to kite away, but Jace is coming up. Let's see how they play this. Great stun by Camille and great second ability by Camille. But Malphite will still go down. They're not going to be able to get the Jace. And Renekton trades 1-for-1. So that's a 1-for-3 trade for his team. That was a pretty bad play. But like I said, when the enemy jungler counters you and you're going to lose the 2v2 because Renekton already has a good matchup against Camille, you do want to be very careful when ganking. If you get counter ganked, you can lose the entire game. So this kind of sets them behind. Objectives will be spawning soon, so let's see what he does. He's not going to get red buff yet. He's going to base, get his first item, and then take red buff so he can have it for a longer duration for the objectives. Now this sets his top side quite far behind, which is really bad because that's what he wanted to play around. So that's what he does now. This is great what Camille is doing right now. She's warding the objective before it spawns, so we have the information needed to make the correct decisions, right? Can't make the right decisions without information. He's kind of looking bot lane. He's going in for a gank, but it's not gonna work out. Again, Braum and Ezreal are very hard lane to gank. Jace is down here. He's caught out. Malphite still has ultimate. Beautiful knock up. And Ezreal gets caught with the first ability. This is a massive misplay by Jace. You want to completely avoid doing this. What Jace did was so bad. Never roam like that without your jungler, especially when you know that the enemy jungler is there. So Jace saw the Yone be bot lane for the gank, right? And he roams to try to help, I don't know, but Malphite comes with him, and now it's a 4v3 because Jax is not there. If your jungler is not there, you can't make those roams. It's a massive misplay, and it's gonna cost them 3-4-0, and they're gonna lose the dragon. The next objective to watch out for is the Herald. And Braum actually roams up. So this is a good play by supports I recommend doing for Herald. Leave your lane, go get Herald. Now Ezreal needs to play very safe, maybe even give up the tower and farm as best as he can, right? Does not manage to steal it. And Ezreal does die. This is the mistake that ADC players make. When your support is roaming, play safe, give up the turret if you need to. I know it sucks, but that's the correct thing to do. He's looking for a gank on the Renekton. He could maybe look for something here. He has ultimate. Renekton flashes the ultimate. Well played. The enemies do get first tower. I mean, I'm not sure if it was the first tower. I think first tower was bot lane, but they do get the mid lane tower, which is very important. And this is a great play he's making. Plates are about to fall off in 20 seconds, and he goes top lane and gets 3 plates. Oh, he's actually diving. Now, this is a great play because the entire enemy team has roamed up. There's 4 people top. Getting the plates was the right idea, however, you need to back off earlier. They got very greedy for that 3rd plate. His team's actually coming up, but he has no HP to follow up on this. It's gonna be a 3v3. Can't really see what's happening. Looks like they lost a 3v3. Oh, Malphite does live. And they're able to pick up Braum. So yeah, I guess they will win that. Nice. He's gonna go back to farming. Unfortunately, these Raptors have been counter-jungled. He's gonna get the Krugs. His red buff is up. He's actually looking for the Renekton, it seems like. Oof, great combo. Renekton doesn't have flash. Oh, his timer just ran out on his 3rd ability. He could have killed him otherwise. Maybe he shouldn't have. I mean, I guess he kind of needed it to get over the wall, but maybe he shouldn't have used his 3rd ability that early. Renekton's actually kind of toying with him here. Oh, this is very well played. See how he's staying away from Renekton's auto attack range and using his first ability. So Renekton is a melee champion with only melee abilities, right? And auto attacks. So as long as he's staying away from his auto attack range and his first ability range, he can keep using his first ability and just kiting him out and doing so much damage. Very well played with a Yone. This is what's called spacing. You want to space your auto attacks so that you're in range to damage, but your opponent is not in range. Oof, he's getting a little greedy for the blue buff, but he had his 3rd ability to go back to. Not gonna be able to pick that up. Jax will be there to defend it. And he does have enough gold to get his 2nd item. He's gonna check around. Oh, he's actually waiting for the Skull Crab. Oh, he's not gonna be able to get it, and Jax just gets a free leash. Yeah, he went in a little too early with his 3rd ability, but I guess he had to. Jax is actually caught out mid. The Malphite ult misses, but he's able to pick up the kill. And they get Braum as well. Well played by his team. This Malphite and Lucian and Morgana are playing great this game. So props to them. He's not gonna go for the blue buff. He's gonna try to kind of pressure this Ezreal. Let's see if he can get something. He gets the ult off. Flashes for the Ezreal. Gets the kill. And Morgana hits her first ability on the Jace. They're a little overextended. This dive is a little overextended. They're diving under the tier 2, but they do manage to get the Renekton. No one has gone down from their team. Malphite is very low. And Malphite does go down to the Jax. And they're going to be able to chase for more, it seems like. So yeah, this is what you want to avoid doing. You're way too overextended and objectives are about to spawn, right? You don't want to be diving under tier 2. Even like getting a 1-for-1 trade is not going to be worth it when you're far ahead. So they're not going to be able to contest this Herald now because Malphite and Morgana are down. They just want to look for the dragon. Seems like the enemy team will get the free Herald, but I don't know if they'll be able to get the dragon in time. Morgana will be spawning in 3 seconds. So they use the Herald mid and immediately rotate to dragon. However, Jace isn't rotating. And he gets the combo on him. Oh, again, that's a perfect spacing. Again, this is an example of perfect spacing. Talk about after his fight, but let's look at the fight. And I mean, great Malphite ulti, but this is just a 4v5. Again, this Jace making the mistake of overextending bot lane. And they're gonna get a clean ace, 5-0. Let's talk about that Jace play bot lane for a second. Do you see how he stays away from the Jace third ability range and constantly using the Yone first ability to space him out? He's outside of his E range, but he's still able to do damage. That's what's called spacing, and top players do it all the time. He's AoE clearing the camps very well. So this is what you want to do with Yone. You want to stay away from the range that the enemies can damage you and still damage them. It's just beautifully played. Great spacing from him. And if you saw Jace kind of try to walk back in, he's looking for an assassination, and Ezreal, he doesn't get it. Ezreal must have lived with a sliver of health. He's gonna be counter jungling, and this is what you want to be doing as the... Oh, he does get the Ezreal finally. And this is what you want to be doing as a jungler. You want to be constantly counter jungling and getting those camps, right? When you're ahead, this is how you maintain and even extend your lead. Has 3,000 gold in the bank now. He definitely wants to go back and get his Infinity Edge. Oh, Jace is here. But he does have Smite, so he'll clean it up. See how Jace is trying to counter jungle him? Counter jungling is so important. Cancelling the enemy's backs. Allowing his team to get the bot turret safely. Counter jungling again, super important when you're playing jungle. If you're able to, you can set the enemy team so far behind. So yeah, honestly, this Jace has kind of solo lost his team the game, and this is what you don't want to be doing. Like in my team, he just got caught out 2 times. Yeah, but in the Chinese server, when you're playing in Challenger, these mistakes don't go unpunished. You will lose the entire game if you make them. The first time they're able to get first dragon, the second time they're able to get the second dragon. These are the mistakes you need to avoid making. Especially the first mistake where he just roamed without his jungler. He's looking for the assassination of Jax, but it's impossible to assassinate Jax as Yone because of how he can dodge your first ability, right? But Camille's gonna be there for the cleanup. So they catch out the Jax. Problem is a little call out too here. And there comes the surrender vote. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, tell me to make more of them, and for more Wild Rift content, subscribe.